Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to go through April's planned budget with you. So I'm going to be using one of these budget kits that I have on my Etsy shop. So you can see this is kit 14, has lovely butterflies, nice and colorful, and this is kit 13, lovely kind of neutral shades. I love both of these equally. So what I might do is just use kit 13, and today I am using my Erin Condren monthly planner, and I do have like a referral code in my description if you're interested in purchasing one for yourself. Then yeah, so I think I'm going to use this one, even though I do love that one, but I'll use that next month maybe. So yeah, we're going to use kit 13, and this is available on my Etsy shop. We're going to do it on 2 pages. So this is April, and this is what April will look like. In the past I did it on this page here, but I've decided I'm going to do my weekly check-ins on that page, possibly, and I'm just going to do it on the double page spread here. So that's what I'm gonna do, and it's the first time kind of doing it on like a double spread as well, which is kind of interesting. So we're gonna just work away and see how we get on. But it's been a while since I've done my budget like this, so I do apologize if I'm a bit rusty. You know, for me, budgeting, I like to do it every single way that I can. I write it out, I do it on an Excel spreadsheet, I do all those things, you know, just to make sure I'm triply, quadruply checking my numbers. Okay, so for income type, we have Robert. So Robert is the full-time earner here in our house. So we have Robert. Then I now have a part-time job. If you didn't see my emergency fund video, go back and watch that. I talk a little bit about that. So I have some part-time earnings. Then we have so the children allowance, and I've touched on this a load of times, but here in Ireland every child that's born is entitled to an amount which is usually €140 per child, and they get that automatically. And then we also have side hustle as well, which is like my YouTube and my Etsy, or any other kind of income that comes in if Robert does like some jobs as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a gap, and then I'm going to just put the total income line down as well. So like all the other times, I don't share our income with you guys. It's just something that we choose not to do, and I hope you're okay with that. So now we move on to fixed expenses. So for fixed expenses, we're going to pop them here. So like that. And so for fixed expenses, we have our rent. Again, our rent and our income are the only things that I don't share with you. So we have bins, which is our rubbish bins, and they're going to be $21.99. Then we have our broadband, so our internet, which is €30. Then we have iCloud, which is 99¢. We have Netflix, which is $7.99. We have my phone, which is on Gomo, at $9.99. And then Robert's phone is with Air currently, and that's $14.99. So I'm probably going to change them, because I'm going to change Robert's phone to a different supplier. Because, you know, there's no need for him to be paying that much when we have bought our phones outright. So then after that, we're going to have the cash envelope side of things. So I'm going to just put that in the middle here. It's kind of in the middle, it's gone a bit. But anyways, so then we have groceries. So April is a 5 paycheck month for us. So that means there is 500 euros going into groceries. Petrol, we are still on lockdown here. We can only travel 5 kilometers from our house unless we are going to work. So 200 euros is what's going in there. And then we have eating out. And you know, if you follow, oh, excuse me, that's the noise that happens on Etsy. If you followed me for a while, you'll know that eating out is always our one that always goes over budget no matter how much I try. And then we have unbudgeted, which I'm hoping, because I have my budget kind of with loads of different categories now, that there is no unbudgeted, and that will be nothing because I don't want anything to be in there. And then we just leave a little gap, and then we put on this. So we can add this one up. So we have 500 for the groceries, 200 for our petrol, and 125 for eating out, making 825 in there. Now if we flip over to the other side, I'm going to put in the sinking funds side of things. Okay, so for sinking funds, we have a lot of things going on. We have a lot of sinking funds, whether they're short term or long term. You'll see now as I write this. I'm also going to be doing, in the next couple of, maybe next week, I'm going to be doing a video where I share with you where we're standing with our balances for our sinking funds. So the first one is our insurance. So this, as you know, we have a car and a motorbike. So we're just going to put in €5 into that this month. We have the car and bike tax, so tax for both of them, again €5. We have the maintenance for those, so you know, if they need any repairs and parts, we are going to add €25 in there. We have Christmas, so you know, Christmas doesn't just, you know, pop up every single year. We know it's coming, so it's best to prepare in advance for it. We're just adding €5. We have utilities. So I don't know if you noticed over here on the fixed expenses, we don't have any electric or heating. And that's because those bills aren't due this month, but I do put money aside every single month for those. And I just put it into a sinking fund, kind of like holding account. So we're putting €108 in there. Then we have clothing. So our clothing shops aren't open, you can't physically walk into them. You can buy some stuff online, but we're just going to put away some money, which €25 this month, because we don't actually need anything. It was Ava's birthday just there last week, so she got loads of new clothes. People had ordered for her online, so she's kind of sorted. It's just myself and Robert who needs kind of the basics, like new jeans, a couple of new tops because there's holes in the ones we're currently wearing, that sort of thing. So then we have school. So Ava will be starting primary school, so big school, in September. So I'm just going to add €5 to that account. We have medical then. So medical is going to have €110 into it. Kind of made a mess of that, didn't I? So I'm going lopsided now again. So we have household. So household is something that's kind of new to us. This year it was something I just decided to add, and we're going to put €51.15 in there. which is a bit of a random number, but it's just the way that I worked it out. So we now take personal money again. For a very long time we stopped taking our own personal money. So €50 for me and then €50 for Robert. We can spend that on whatever we want to. Then we have pet, which is my dog. So my dog can't live in this house with us. She needs to stay in Robert's parents' house. I put €25 aside for her next month. Then we have birthdays. So in my next video where I share how our sinking fund balances stand, I'm going to get into the specifics of the birthdays because they're broke down into a number of different areas. But for the total of the birthdays next month, we're going to add €364 into them. Then we have summer. So it was going to be for like a summer holiday or a staycation or something like that. And I don't know whether those things are going to be able to happen here. We don't have any clear picture on when we're going to be able to get out of lockdown and when places are going to be able to open up. But we're going to plan to put €598 in there. Ava's savings account. This is just a savings for her when she gets older, goes to college, that sort of stuff. We're just going to put €50 in there. And then the last thing is a barbecue. So we have a tiny little barbecue that doesn't work properly. So we have decided to purchase a new one, and I'm going to put €240 into that sinking fund. So we'll leave a gap and then we will put in the totals. I kind of have it off centered, but it'll be okay. And then onto the totals line. So with the totals line, what we do is we have our income. So we just open this out and zoom you out. So we have our income, okay, and then we take away our fixed expenses. We take away our cash envelopes. And our sinking funds. So our cash envelopes have €825 assigned to them. And then we never added up this. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to work up. So 240 plus the 50 plus 598 plus 364 plus 25 plus 50 plus 5115 110 5 25 108 5 25 5 and 5, which is €1,666.15 is what I've added that up to be. And then we have our balance. So I already know how much the emergency fund that I'm putting in is going to be, but I'm not going to add that here until I close it out at the end, and then I share how much. So flipping back to that emergency fund tracker that I shared with you in the last video, and then I'm going to show you how much I put in each week and what the balance is and that sort of stuff. So yeah, that is everything as it stands. So that is our budget for April. We have our income, our fixed expenses, our cash envelopes, and our sinking funds. And that's just the way I break down my budget, because it just makes sense to me to do it that way. So this was budget kit 3. There's also a section here called variable expenses, and there is 2 other varieties of this budget kit that don't include the cash envelopes or sinking funds. But this is just the way that I like to have it. So that is it. That is today's video. I really do hope that you have enjoyed it today. If you did, I would love if you give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe if you are new here, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.